let's bring in Sky News contributor, industry expert Paul Gover, knows more about cars than just about anyone in the country, to talk us through this story in the Australian newspaper today about EVs, electric vehicles. Now, a landmark Australian road test has revealed that many of the popular EVs, including Teslas and BYDs, Build Your Dreams, strange name, fall significantly short of their advertised battery range in real-world driving conditions. For example, the 2023 BYD Atto 3, can you believe this, was 23% below the advertised road distance, while the 2024 Tesla Model 3, 14% below. The lab range for the BYD was 480 kilometres, but the test found a range of just 369 on a single charge. Now, seriously? I mean, how can you advertise something as falsely as that? What does it do when you buy one of these things when you first drive one and you realise you can't get as far as you really wanted to go? Paul Gover joins us now. Paul, this is absolutely outrageous, but I must say it probably doesn't surprise me.
It should definitely not surprise you, Steve. Electric cars, one of the most important things with people even thinking about electric car, let alone buying one, is what the range is. And so the ka-ching number is 400 kilometres. And pretty soon the ka-ching number is going to be 600 kilometres. So they're all looking to advertise a number that's over that. The thing about it is all of this testing is done in a laboratory. And the car industry has actually responded today through the federal chamber saying, isn't it a good thing that they're all tested the same way? And that way you can compare until you take it out on the road. And then it's nothing like that. So the car companies have been caught out with this sort of stuff. It's not unusual. Combustion cars also rarely live up to their advertised claims. But with the difference is with this, with an EV, if you run out of fuel or you're worried about running out of fuel, in a combustion car, you pull into a service station. If you're worried about running out of range in an electric car, you don't have very many options.
You've driven many of these. How severe is range anxiety? Because I would have range anxiety. I mean, I'm one of those guys that when I get the the red light or green light or whatever light comes on when I'm getting near to an empty tank, I panic. I make sure I get into a petrol station as soon as I can. There must be such a thing as range anxiety, Paul.
Range anxiety in Australia is huge. But Steve, even worse than range anxiety now is charger anxiety. So even if you know that you're going to run short, is can I find somewhere to actually plug it in? And if I do, will I have to wait there for an hour because somebody else has just plugged in? There's a fast charger near where I live. 3 or 4 times in the last 6 months I've been down there to charge something up and there's somebody else there. So unlike a petrol station where you might have to wait 5 minutes while somebody cycles through, you can be there for an hour. And if there are 2 people ahead of you, you could be there for 2 hours. A colleague of mine did the drive from Sydney to Melbourne, Sydney to Queensland, and his actual travelling time was about 9 hours. In an electric car, same day, same conditions, 12 and a half hours, because they had to stop to recharge the thing more often.
Well, I mean, that means you're just simply not going to buy one of these things. I mean, there's so much to unpack here. I mean, you mentioned that, we might be going from a 400k range soon up to 600. A lot of that, I think, is these Chinese electric vehicles. But what does that then do to the resale value of the car that can only do 400?
Well, I can tell you, we've already seen the resale value for some of the early ones, a thing called the Nissan Leaf, which was lucky to make 250. They're not worth very much at all. And in fact, there are people putting bigger batteries in them because it's cheaper to hang on to them and resuscitate the battery with something with a bit more range. The other thing about this is, which is really important with an electric car, in a combustion car, you get your best fuel economy cruising at the same constant speed on the highway. In an electric car, that's actually just about the worst thing you can do, because they have a thing where instead of using the brakes to slow down, you lift off and the motor generators recharge the battery. So you actually, in a lot of these cars, get better range and economy out of an electric car driving around town than you do on a highway run. And guess when we're really most suffering from range anxiety, Steve, that's when you're making a long trip. It's not when you're going down the shops or heading into work for the day.